Hey, welcome Leo to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How's it going? So guys, I'm getting ready to do your February 2020 Wealth and Abundance reading, and I'm using the Good Tarot, which is green, and I'm wearing my new green hoodie. So I hope this helps to bring in a really good energetic reading for your finances for February 2020. So thanks for being here. So guys, I really look forward to your comments. So make sure you let me know what you think of the reading, or just say hi. And if you feel like you'd like continued guidance through tarot and spirit, please feel free to tap the subscribe button, because I'm here to serve you guys on your journey. So we're going to look at three different cards here. One is going to be your financial challenge, and that's going to be the first one. And then we'll look at your strengths, and then we'll look at where you can find abundance. So let me just shuffle the deck a couple more times. Okay, so we have your financial challenge. So what we're going to look at here, this is kind of interesting. So I pulled the Ace of Fire, but I want to pull two cards here for you. And then we have the Love card. So some of you could be spending a little bit too much money on your partner, or you know, your potential partner. You may have the idea that you have to, because you've got the Ace of Fire, and this is all about receiving ideas from the universe. And then you've got the Love card, which is very interesting as a combination for your financial challenge. So some of you could be tied to the idea that in order to provide a beautiful romantic experience to, you know, if you're prospectively dating somebody or wherever you are in your relationship, that you have to continue to provide like exotic dates and trips and shower people with gifts, which is fantastic. This is great, you know, but it's not necessary, you know what I mean? Especially if it's currently outside of your budget. So, I mean, this is fantastic, but there's other ways of showering people with love, and it doesn't have to be to the detriment of your bank account. So I'm seeing this is very strong for a lot of you Leos out there. You know, you could be wanting to provide somebody with the best, and that is great. Like, I'm not saying don't do that, but maybe find more creative ways of doing that than exhausting your budget and coming up with nothing at the end of the month to save. You know what I'm saying? So this is beautiful energy of why you could be sort of rolling through your bank balance, but just keep in mind that if somebody really loves you in return, they're not going to want all this stuff, especially if they know that it is compromising your financial status. So let's have a look at your financial strengths with the next two cards. So we've got the Call card, and we've got the Two of Water. This is really interesting too, because there's some of you that could possibly right now just be waken up to the fact that there's something else for you to be doing in your life, which is why you've got the Call card. So you need to be following your heart as to what you're doing. I think sometimes it's really easy, guys, to be, you know, caught up in a job that you hate just because it simply pays the bills. And there could be, again, here somebody, and it could be the person that you're trying to, I don't want to say impress, but like woo, you know, like, what is the word? Court. Do you know what I mean? And I think as a result of having a conversation, and if you guys aren't in a relationship right now, you know, this is still going to apply for you, because this could be your behavior just to get people around you to, like, I don't want to say like get them to like you, but you really like to make people happy. So you might be picking up the tab a little bit too often with your friends, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. But I see somebody really close to you here with the Two of Cups, the Two of Water. They're going to maybe start putting you in touch with what your real true calling is, especially if you're in a position right now where you hate what you're doing and you're only doing it to pay the bills. And I think there's way too many people out there doing that. But what are you going to do, right? But if you have an open, honest conversation with the people around you, and I'm being compelled to do a shuffle, you know, about how you feel about money and stuff like that, you could be provided with some really good insight on how to, like, maybe some of you aren't aware that, you know, people can really like you no matter how much money you're spending on them, right? So this could be something that you've been doing for a long time. But you don't have to do that. Like I said, like your friends are going to love you regardless, you know, and your significant other is going to love you regardless, you know, if they really truly do love you. So I was getting something else here too. So if you might have a conversation with somebody like, hey, I'd really like to skip the expensive restaurant, or, you know, I'd really like to get that for you, but can it wait until, you know, I get my income tax check, or, you know, maybe we'll live here until we can afford that. And then you'll start a natural conversation about what you really want to be doing with your life. So I see one thing leading into another. Like once you start getting a little bit more realistic about what you have to do for other people financially, things will sort of fall into line a little bit, because you'll start being a little bit more honest with yourself about your money, and then the universe will too. So we've got the 9 of fire here. So this is like, where will I find my abundance? So you've got the Sun card and the 9 of fire. So this is definitely saying take a break from what you're currently doing. The 9 of fire is the 9 of wands, and this is basically represented in lots of decks with a soldier taking a knee or taking a pause, and shows like a ton of wands or rods behind, where he's come a long, long way. So you guys, I think you've gone down your path a really long time doing this. And I'm not sure what your motivations are, and I really believe that everybody out there watching will have different motivations for doing what you're doing. But there's going to be a time here where you're going to stop and just have a pause and say, okay, well, is this something I can continue doing? You know, do I want to be working this job? Do I want to be spending this much money? Is it feasible? Is it realistic? You know, and then you have the Sun card coming in. So there is a new growth opportunity, but you'll have to slow down what you're doing right now. You know, and if you have to live in a place that is a little bit cheaper, or like stop picking up the tab for other people, or, you know, maybe you could take the subway instead of taking a taxi, you know, just doing different things, because, you know, I'm just seeing a lot of you and you just want to impress other people. And I think that's nice, but I think it's damaging your pocketbook. So really be careful about that, and take a pause and have open conversations and just say, you know what, my budget can't handle this for the next couple of months, and I hope that's okay with you. And maybe we could split the check. You don't have to pick up every tab that comes across your table either, guys. So really pay attention to that. And now you've got the Sun card here. So there's a new opportunity coming in, but you're going to have to be a little bit more realistic with the people and the things around you that you're willing to pick up the tab for constantly. So this is a really like bare look at you and your habits, and you know, this is really just getting honest with yourself about what you want to continue paying for. So I think this is a bit of an expose on you, Leo, and your big heart wants to provide for everybody, but you have to really consider if that's what you're in the position to be doing right now. And look at the future, because you have something coming in here with the 2 of water and the Call card. It's going to make you a whole lot happier, and it's going to make you a lot happier in your relationships. And you could probably be in that position where you can start picking up the tab without even questioning it. So I think, yeah, do a pause, guys, on what is realistic and what is, sorry, I know that's glossy, you know, and what you can keep on doing for the future. So yeah, it's time to take a break and really like break down what you're doing here, guys, and know that you do have a brand new opportunity to come in, but you have to take a breath and look at everything around you. So guys, I'm going to wrap up the reading, and we'll see you back here another time. Bye.